Hello, this is Bobby Kimbrough, and as always, it's a pleasure sharing with you and talking with you. I love sharing with you beyond midnight some of my struggles in life, some of the things that got me through the midnights of my life. I think and I hope that they're helpful. People have asked me all the time, why are you so transparent? I can't believe that you're sharing that. I can't believe that you're being transparent with yourself. And I said that sometimes the story is not to hold, it's to be told. God don't give you experiences for you to hold. He gives them for you to tell the world. They're to be told. And in telling them, it makes me whole. In telling them, it makes me feel as if I know that somebody is experiencing something similar, if not the exact same thing, and let them know that they too can get beyond the midnights of their life. I've been working at a school since retiring, and I love it. Every day I learn something about myself. Every day I learn something or share something with the young men that I work with at the school. We had a situation where a young man was telling me that he didn't like so-and-so. He didn't like a teacher. He didn't like a person. And I was sharing with him how everything in life has a connector. Sometimes you can't see the connector as it's unfolding in front of you. You just can't. I shared with them about how since retiring I had applied for a job that I felt that I was more than qualified for. I felt that I was that guy. As the young boys say, I was the GOAT, the greatest of all time for that job. But I didn't get the job. The person that got the job, when I did my own research, not only did they have less experience, less education, they were less qualified for the job than I was. But I later found out that they had a relationship with the person that was doing the hiring. And I was sharing that with the young boys in my group, that everything is relationable. Everything is built on relationships. You know, there's an old adage, it's not what you know, but who you know. You know, I've heard many people in the church say that I know the maker of the heavens and the earth, the author of life. I know God. That's all I need to know. That is so true. But in life, I think the way that the God is structured, everything is relational. As we relate to the universe gives us something back. As we relate to one another, we receive and experience good, bad, or indifferent. It's built on relationships. And I started thinking and sharing with them the relationships that you have with yourself and everything around you determines who, what, when, where, and how you function, what you get out of this life, where you end up in this life. What is your relationship with that which surrounds you? I've shared in many of the podcasts and many of the conversations, I love sitting on my mother's porch during the summer times. While it is funny to me, it is very enlightening to me how the family across the street from my family, they have a fenced-in backyard. And in that backyard, they have ducks, rabbits, a dog, and a cat. I know somebody saying, what did he say? Ducks, dogs, rabbits, and a cat. And I sit there and watch the duck, the dog, the rabbit, and the cats interact. I watch them play and I watch them respect each other's territory. And it baffles me how they interact. And I guess it goes back to the topic that we're talking about now is the relationship that they share with one another. Something or someone has taught them that they share a fenced-in backyard. They share the common ground. they share that they must coexist in that. If not, whether the owner is going to hit or beat the dog or get rid of them, or whether the cat eats the rabbit, the duck, something has taken place to where they coexist. The relationship is based on a respect. And if you translate that to your life, my life, you look at your strengths, where you find strength at on your job, a positive relationship exists. If you look in your personal lives, whether it be with a significant other, spouse, life partner, you realize that a relationship has to exist, has to coexist. If you look at the successes in your life, you realize a relationship has to exist. And if you look at the failures in your life, you'll find absence of a relationship. Whether it be you failed to be relatable to something that you were doing, whether it was you failed to relate to how you did something, a relationship must take place. And I was telling the young men in my group that sometimes you have no idea where a relationship will take you. And I started looking back over my life, how certain people in my life, that the relationship that I have built with them has taken my life in a direction. I refer to the people in my life who I had no idea they were coming into my life. What would have happened if I wouldn't have watered that relationship? What would have happened if I would have shunned that relationship? So what I want to leave you with is this. Success, happiness, wealth is not some foreign word. It's not some far-off place. It's actually attainable. There are some keys, some secret keys in life that we overlook every day that unlock doors. Relationship. Build your relationships. Strengthen them. Relationships that are not going anywhere. Relationships that are causing you to fall. Relationships that are causing you not to be the person you should be. Exit from them. So I want to leave you with is this. Just imagine what the crime rate would be like if our relationships were strong in our communities. Just imagine what our world would be like if our relationships were stronger. Just imagine a place where relationships are built, where relationships are make or break. You don't really have to imagine. You're living in a world where relationships make or break everything around you. Until we talk again, may God continue to smile upon you. And as always, I'm humbled by the following. I'm humbled by the number, the growth of the numbers, and I'm humbled by the love that you show me each and every time. I love the comments. And I wish all of you great relationships and all the success that you desire. And as always, may God continue to smile upon you. And I love you.